Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Advanced Level, a video game podcast. My name is Felipe Prada, and with me, as always, is Oscar Portillo. Oscar, how's it going?
Okay, how are you, Felipe?
Good, good. Before we start off with the topic, I always like to interject with a story that happened over the weekend, and I had a rather unique experience shopping at GameStop Saturday and Sunday. So this took place over the course of 2 days.
Really?
Yes.
So what happened?
I went in with the specific intent on just trading in two games. That was it.
Okay.
A simple enough plan. But the one thing that we can always guarantee is that nothing ever goes according to plan, no matter what it is. Okay?
Anything in life, nothing ever goes according to plan.
Exactly. But this plan was simple. Get in and get out. That was it.
Okay.
So I went in to trade in Black Ops 3 and Monster Hunter Generations.
Really?
Yes, I just wanted to get the credit, but my backup plan was if I managed to find Overwatch, I would scoop up Overwatch.
Used or new?
Used. I was going to scoop up Overwatch used to use the credit towards Overwatch or just take the credit and just get out of there while I can.
Okay. So far, so good.
So far, so good. So I actually went to go pick up my dry cleaning in Wyckoff. And in the town next, not too far from Wyckoff is Midland Park. And there's a GameStop right on the border. So I figured, you know what, let me go to the GameStop real quick, try to trade in these games, and then whatever, I'm out. I'll go home.
Right.
So I decided to go into the GameStop. And I already knew something was going to happen because as soon as I opened the door, for some strange reason now they have people waiting for people to come in.
Really?
There was a dude standing there with like a makeshift iPad. Like,
oh, I've seen that before.
Waiting to attend me. Now, I appreciate the effort. And this guy was way too amped to be there. Like, he was like at a 10. I walk in, hey, welcome to GameStop. How can I help you? I'm like, whoa. Tone it down, Junior. Okay, relax.
Take it down a notch.
I'm just here to window shop, and I'll be in and out of your hair.
Trading game.
I'll be in and out in a minute. Oh well, if you need any help, okay, I get it. let me just do my thing. So I'm there looking, I'm browsing, and I feel him hovering. Like I feel.
See, that's your first problem. You were browsing.
I was browsing, and I feel like he wasn't.
Oh, you should have went right to the register. But go ahead.
He wasn't like behind me, but I felt him. I felt his presence. I felt that energy.
Okay.
Right.
His amped up 10.
And I'm looking, and there was like a couple games here and there. Sonic Mania Plus, the Shenmue was calling me. I almost fell. And I picked up Shenmue, but I'm like, nope. I gotta stay on target. I gotta stick to the list.
Okay.
Except me. Is there anything that I can help you with, bro? I just told you I'm window shopping. Please let me just do my thing. You do your thing, and okay. Well, if you need any help, if you're looking to pre-order, we're looking at Black Ops. Thank you. Message received.
Right.
Start shopping again. I can't find anything. I'm like, okay, turn around. He's standing right there. Like, he's just standing there looking at me. And at this point, I didn't realize that there's nobody in the store. It's just me.
You and him?
And there was one guy behind the register.
Okay.
So technically, it's just me and this kid. And he's looking at me. And he has glasses on.
How old do you think he is?
Oh, man. He must have been at least in his late teens.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, at the age where you're more of an idealist, like life really hasn't gotten a hold of you yet.
Life hasn't fucked you yet.
Yeah,
so.
like us veterans.
Yeah.
Right. So, at this point, he's standing in between me and the door. I need to get out of here. I'm not.
Well, you haven't even gone to the register yet?
No, and at this point, I don't want to go to the register. I need to get out of here. All right. And at that point, God bless my wife, she calls me on the phone. That was my out.
Okay.
I'm like, excuse me, I gotta take this. So I take the phone, And I'm thanking my wife. I'm like, thank you for calling me because I need to get the hell out of here. So I managed to get out of the store. Mission failed. Mission failed.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, oh, I got to go to another GameStop. And you know how aggravating that can be. Right?
If it's far.
Yeah, especially
far
if
enough.
it's far.
Yeah.
So she's like, listen, I'm kind of hungry. Can you pick me up some Panera? Me being the good husband that I am, baby, don't worry about it. I'll go pick up whatever you want me to pick up. But in reality, there was like a GameStop right next to the Panera. So,
okay.
that was my in. So I race over to this GameStop. I'm positive. I have a good vibe. I'm like, I'm going to get something. Right? I walk in. It's pretty busy. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can sneak in. Nobody's going to bother me.
You can blend in.
I can blend in. It was pretty busy. But the guy's like, hey, if you need any help, just we'll be able to help you. So the guy's, I'm like, no, thank you.
He wasn't that like the other guy. He wasn't that.
Yeah, well, but then again, he was helping other customers,
oh,
so
okay.
it's not like he could have been amped up at me, right?
Okay.
So I'm looking. I began to realize, wow, GameStop really has a lot of like collectibles, but not collectibles, like really dope collectibles, like really good ones, right? So I'm thinking to myself, nope, gotta stick on target, gotta stay on target, gotta stick to the list. So at this point, I actually make it to the register. I'm like, listen, I really don't know what I'm gonna get. I started like making up this story. Listen, I don't know what I'm gonna get. I just want to trade in this credit. Guy's like, no problem, sure. So he's like, is there anything that you're looking to pre-order? And I'm thinking to myself, oh God, here we go again.
Well, they always that.
Yeah, doing his job.
That's normal.
Yeah, normal. So I'm like, no, you know what? I want to trade it in, but I'm not sure what I want to get. I'm still debating. Well, we have Black Ops 4 coming up, and I'm thinking, my God, Black Ops, like they're really pushing Black Ops. Like not like pushing like they want a sale, but pushing like they're really trying to sell you a drug. That type of push. Right? So I'm like, no, you know what? I don't know. I haven't committed yet. I just want the credit. Well, if there's any other games, I'm like, oh God, here we go. And I feel my blood pressure rising. It's getting there. So I'm like, you know what?
Hey.
I asked the guy, I'm like, do you have any in-store promotions? Because no matter what store I go to,
boy, you're going the bad way.
No.
Like you should go that way.
But I cover all my venues, right? So I'm like, let me just ask the guy, and the guy's like, no, we don't have any in-store promotions. So I was like, okay, let me just get the credit. And at this point, I'm pleading. I'm like, I just want to get out of here. I just want credit. That's all I want, right? You can give me like $1, and I'll be okay with that for now. Just please let me go, right? The guy's like really pushing for these pre-orders, and that's how I can tell that GameStop is in a bad spot, because they're really pushing people for business, like pushing people, but not in a positive way. So much that they pushed me out the door for this GameStop. I'm like, you know what? I just took my games. I'm like, thank you, but no thanks, and I just got out of there.
So you didn't even get credit.
I didn't even get
you
the
were
credit.
At the register.
I was at the register, didn't get the credit. Now I'm 0 for 2. I'm thinking, my God, like it can't be this difficult to get credit.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So I'm like, okay, fine. Fast forward to Sunday. I was out with my wife. She wanted me to pick up some more food, right?
What did you get in Panera, by the way? I want to know that.
I got my wife some pasta, and I ended up picking up a grilled cheese sandwich. Mind you, by the way, their grilled cheese sandwich is really good.
Would you say banging?
Not banging, but there's no reason why Panera should be having a grilled cheese sandwich and B, a grilled cheese sandwich that's really good. But I digress.
It's Panera.
I digress.
I just want to know. I was curious. Go ahead.
Fast forward to Sunday, picking up something from my wife. There happens to be another GameStop in Wayne, right off of Route 23.
Yeah, the one, the Kohl's, right?
Yeah, exactly by the Kohl's. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, this is make or break for me. I gotta do something, right? So I walk in, it's pretty busy. Guy goes through his spiel. I go. Couldn't find anything. 3 stores and I couldn't find not one game, not one Overwatch. Okay.
Nothing used.
Nothing used. Nothing used.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me just. I go to the register. I give the guy my story. Listen, I just trade in. That's all I want. The guy's like, all right, no problem. You're looking to pre-order anything, and the guy goes through his thing. They all have to go. Like, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I get it. You're trying to do your job. Okay. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just get the credit. I don't know what I want. Well, Black Ops 4 is coming up. Oh my God! Enough with the Black Ops. Oh my God! Like, they're really pushing Black Ops.
They're gonna say that though. At this point, it's gonna happen.
So I'm like, I don't know what I want. Just as a matter of fact, do you have any in-store promotions? The guy's like, as a matter of fact, no.
You tried again.
The guy actually looked at me. He's like, as a matter of fact, we do. Now I don't know if every store is the same or I don't know how it works, but.
Not.
The guy's like, if you pre-order any game, it doesn't matter which game it is, from now until the Christmas season, we'll cover the pre-order cost. So instead of paying $60 for a game, you're only paying $55.
What? I don't even get that.
So pretty much, like, let's say I pre-ordered Spider-Man, right?
Right.
Instead of me putting the $5 for the pre-order, they cover that cost.
Okay, I got you.
So technically, they're giving me $5 to pre-order a game, which now I know for a fact that GameStop is really hurting for money when they're giving you money just to secure a pre-order.
Right.
So I'm like, the guy's like, listen, I'll put in your credit, all right, if you want to pre-order a game. So I'm like, you know what? Let me pre-order Spider-Man, because I know that's one game that I'm definitely gonna get no matter what.
Right.
And if I can save $5 in the meantime, hey, why not, right?
Exactly.
So I'm like, all right, it's a win. So I get the credit, and I asked him, listen, can I use the credit to buy any? No, come on, to buy any digital content. The guy's like, unfortunately, the system is not set up that way. Where you
no, you can't do that.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, thank you very much. It was a win. I ended up saving money. I ended up getting my credit, which was like $12, by the way.
No, it wasn't. How much was the credit?
No, it was $12. I have the receipt to prove it.
$12 for Black Ops 3 a little bit old.
Yeah, Black Ops. Yeah. And then
didn't that Monster Hunter just come out, or is it the wrong one?
No. Monster Hunter Generations for the 3DS. That was like that's an old game. That's an old game.
Okay, $12. That's okay.
So I'm like, okay, it's a win. I'm out. Let me take the credit and just run, because I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Lo and behold, GameStop has a way where if you decide to trade in credit or trading games for credit, you can't use that credit to buy any type of digital content, whether it be a game or the gift cards, like the digital PlayStation Network cards. They won't allow it. No, trust me,
sure?
I tried. I asked the guy at the store. Okay. I tried logging in online, and it won't let you do it. Even though on my Power Rewards card, it shows that I have $12 credit.
What if you go ahead, I'm sorry.
But then, apparently when they designed the app, they didn't factor that in. Because if you go through the app, you can use the credit towards any type of purchase.
Okay.
So I ended up getting a $50 gift card for $40.
Okay. So now what?
I ended up taking that 50 or the 40, and I ended up pre-ordering Fireworld.
Okay.
So I ended up pre-ordering Fireworld Pro Wrestling, which comes out, the ticker says 9 hours. So I ended up getting Fire Pro
in digital.
Digital.
Okay.
And I ended up pre-ordering Spider-Man, and I still get $5 off. Plus, I have a Power Up Rewards gift certificate for another $5.
So that Spider-Man will be like $40 or something, 50.
Yes. So instead of paying the 60, I'm paying 50. Now, this is the extent that budget gamers go through to get a deal.
That gift card, I see what you did. I would have just spent it. I mean, either way, you came out good.
Yeah, because now I have money in my wallet on my PlayStation Network account that I'm going to use towards another game, like another digital game.
Yeah, even if you if you go to the store I think you can buy. You can use that credit to buy the PSN card. I think.
Not on the website, no, but on the app you
No,
can.
no, but I'm saying if you go into the store itself.
Oh, that I'm not sure. That I'm not
Like
sure.
if you walk into the store,
Right.
I think you can do that.
Yeah, I know some stores are a little bit more lenient because every store is operated differently. But I think
It seems that way.
it just so happens that that store it just won't allow you. The kid told me, oh, the system's not set up that way that we can allow you to trade in a physical copy, so you could just end up buying a digital.
Right.
Because
Right.
technically, GameStop really, even though you're buying digital from them, they're more about the physical copy. So technically, they're
Yeah,
losing
yeah.
money.
Right.
So technically, I got GameStop. Technically.
Yeah, you can say that. I won't argue with that.
But that is the extent of what I went through over
It's
the
too
weekend.
much work.
It's
It's too much work.
Yeah, man. It was way too much work.
I think you have too much conversation with the cashier.
Listen, dude, I try to be nice.
I don't say anything.
I try to be nice. I work in an industry where you have to constantly be striking up conversations. So I think it's natural in me just to strike up that conversation. But you're right. No, you're absolutely right. It's just too much dialogue. Too much.
No. That's
Too
it.
much. No, no.
Like when he asked, no, I'm
But-
cool.
Man, but they're relentless.
I mean, that's in the business that they're in. Like you said, they're just doing their job. I don't get on their case. That's probably from corporate, let's say.
Oh no, that's definitely from corporate. But it was one of those things where it felt like spam. Oh, you want to buy
Yeah.
this? No,
Yeah.
no, leave me alone. Enough with the Black Ops. And you just storm out of the store.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have.
What, pre-ordered Black Ops? Is that what you're telling me?
and then just buy something else. You can always do that.
Well, I was gonna just to get them to shut up. I was gonna put the,
Yeah.
the credit towards Black Ops and then just switch it over.
yeah, you can always do that.
But I'm like, no, like
yeah, why go through all that?
that's not my goal. That wasn't my intention.
I know.
But it was just an interesting story.
It's
that
an
happened to
idea.
me. Yeah,
What food did you get that day?
Smash Burger.
That's a little underrated in the. Now, is that fast food to you, or is that like?
That is a very good question. I would have to say it is because the way the stores are set up, and sadly enough, I've actually thought about this.
No, I've thought about that with Five Guys.
But just the way that it's set up and the way that it has sort of a manufacturing process line
Yeah.
where one person's doing the burgers, another one's doing this. That's technically fast food because
Yeah.
you're in and you're out. That's the
But it's the upper tier of fast food.
yes, it would be the upper tier of fast food.
Like with Five Guys.
Yeah, I would definitely put both of those in the higher tier.
And Five Guys is not. It's fast food as well, right?
I would say yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's set up that way.
They have that soda machine. The soda machine, it's fast food.
That's,
Anyway.
that machine, not for nothing, that machine is made by the devil because
I-
there's no possible way that you can get that many flavors readily at the palm of your hand.
Well, you know how. I mean, you do know how they do it.
I know how they do it,
Okay.
and that's what I'm saying. It's that black magic. No, I don't need that many flavors. Coke, Sprite.
I just think. I feel I do it because you're gonna drink it, but it can't be good for you. Like there's some chemicals in it, or I don't know how they make the capsule or what.
And it's one capsule, mind you. It's one capsule.
Right? No, for like Coke, it's one capsule.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not one. Like there's a bunch of them in there.
Coke, Sprite, maybe Fanta. That's it for me.
I'm a
Okay.
cherry Coke. I'm cherry Coke. I'm not that guy. I hate the people that mix in like 20 different.
You have a special place in hell reserved for those people.
They're like 20 Sprite, Fanta, whatever else. We're going off course though.
Yeah, we're going off course. Another topic that happened over the weekend, which I'm pretty sure many of you out there that are listening have heard. And on Sunday afternoon,
Right.
there was an unfortunate shooting at a Madden tournament in Jacksonville, Florida, which to me still absolutely baffles the mind because if it's not a school, it's a mall. If it's not a mall, it's a discotheque. It's not a discotheque, it's a concert. And it just seems like this is the narrative that we're being fed. We send our condolences, we send our prayers, we send our thoughts, and then 2 weeks later, we're back to the same stuff all over again. But the thing with me is, it hit a little closer to home. Because, I'm not saying that one was more tragic than the other. They're all equally as tragic. But when you're going just to enjoy a game of Madden, whether you're participating in the actual event itself, or if you're even there just to watch, you shouldn't have to go to a venue with the fear that somebody's gonna pull out a gun and just start lacing people left and right, which is exactly what happened. Somebody got upset that they lost, went back to the hotel room. Now, this is from reports that I've read.
Right.
Person had went back to a hotel room, got the gun, came back and shot the person who beat him. And then
he did open fire.
Yeah, he opened fire, and then he ended up turning the gun on himself like a coward. And I apologize if I'm getting amped up, if I'm getting upset, is because I originally thought that I was upset at the individual that committed this crime, but I'm actually more upset at the mentality that we're creating, right?
Well, it's almost the norm now.
Exactly. You know it all too well. It's almost like the norm now, right? Now I gotta be afraid to drop my kid off at school. I gotta be looking over my shoulder at the mall. Now, if I'm playing video games, I gotta be looking on my shoulder. No. I'm sorry.
But that, to me, this is just, unfortunately, it's just the world that we live in now. I mean, if you want, I mean, I don't know if you want to get too deep into this political and stuff, but you know, this is what if you want to live in this country, that's the freedom, quote unquote, that we have.
The price we need to pay.
Unfortunately, that's the price you pay in this day and age, in today's day and age.
But the thing that got to me was, I believe that area is a gun-free zone.
For Florida, I mean, their gun laws are very lenient, from what I understand.
Yeah. So for those individuals who continue to attack the weapons manufacturers, that they attack the NRA, weapons are the problem. We need a weapons ban. This was not an AR-15. This was not an assault weapon. This was a mere semi-automatic weapon. It was a handgun. That if you listen to the audio, he emptied out the entire clip into the
it's more. I mean, there's no real answer to. I mean, I don't think there's a clear-cut answer.
No, there isn't a clear-cut answer, but it. And the funny thing is, they showed pictures of this guy, and I'm not gonna say his name because I'm not gonna celebrate what he did or give him any type of free press. But
I agree.
He just looks like one of those guys. I'm judging. He just looks like he just wasn't right in the head.
Yeah, I think that's a major issue as well, just mental health. I don't think people look at that enough in this issue of guns.
And I honestly think that we need to sort of analyze mental health. We need to take a deeper look into the whole mental health issue, because it is getting worse every year. You know, and I'm actually
it's hard to understand why this seems to be happening.
And I'm looking at the individuals, the two that lost their lives. Elijah Clayton was 22 years old. 22 years old. And Taylor Robertson was 28. That's just tragic.
You know, you still have your whole life ahead of you.
These kids, that's what they are, kids, had their entire lives ahead of them, and it was cut short because somebody didn't know how to take an L.
So you think somebody like that, let me ask you this, do you think somebody like that would have done this anyway?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
If it wasn't here in Jacksonville, it could have been at Evo. It could have been somewhere else. There are gaming tournaments all over the world. I'm talking about this particular person. Oh, that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't in Jacksonville, he probably would have done it somewhere else. Yeah,
so,
he looks like one of those type of people. Right.
So I don't think it's. I think it's more. We agree. Mental health needs to be looked at. As far as this particular issue.
Right now, the critical issue is we need to do more to analyze mental health in this country, because it seems like a big problem in this country. Because if you look at,
but the people are focused on the guns.
exactly,
That is obviously part of the problem. But people are more focused on that than mental health. At least from my point of view.
and there was a very funny video, and I don't mean to inject any type of humor in this. Somebody who's an NRA member who did like a funny little skit, people who want to try to blame the weapons and try to get a weapons ban, and he was kind of showing the differences between weapons, and an M16 doesn't just say just doesn't wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm gonna go out and start shooting. No, a weapon doesn't do that. Unfortunately, you need an individual to pull the trigger. So you're right. It is a dark side of the same coin. You have mental health issue on one side, and on the other side of that coin is where did he get this weapon? How did he get this weapon? How was he able to sneak it in? So you're right. They're both one side of the same coin.
No, I just think as far as the gun issue, I'm more on the other side. That I'm not for taking guns. I'm not saying that, but there definitely need to be harder restrictions.
I agree. I definitely.
It's too easy. If a kid like that can get a gun,
it's just very tragic. And I'm looking at these guys' pictures, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Like we said, he just looks like one of those people that had some kind of issue. So, and again, I'm not for taking guns. That's not what I'm saying.
Right. But it's like, it's a shame, these kids, man. It's like, it could have been you.
Unfortunately, that's just the world that we live in. Yeah, it can be anyone, anywhere.
Yeah, it could have been anyone, anywhere.
We don't know. And unfortunately, that's the price we pay. Unfortunately, that's just how it is.
You're absolutely right. That's just the way it is. But we need to do something. It
is getting out of hand.
Yeah, this is just getting out of hand. Once it starts, like school shootings and all this other stuff, and people will find a way. Oh, people will find a way. But it's sad that it has to happen in a venue like this.
I mean, again, it can be a mall, like you said, a school. I mean, it sucks anywhere. Unfortunately, I hate to say it in this way, but it's bound to happen.
Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
And we just need to take care of. I mean, from what I understand, he had it in the hotel.
Yes, correct.
I don't know if you've been to a hotel. They don't really check your bag.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I did not think about that. There's barely any security or any security measures that hotels take to secure their patrons.
Well, that's what happened in Las Vegas.
That's what happened in Las Vegas. And look, we all know what happened in Las Vegas.
I mean, unless we turn into like a police state, and I don't think we want that.
Who knows? Maybe one day we'll see that. I mean, I hope I don't see that in my lifetime. But never say never.
I don't think I don't think so, because there's enough people on both sides to prevent that. But unfortunately, that's just how it is right now, and I don't see it getting better.
Switching topics, we can go on and on about this topic, but it's only gonna get me more upset and other people. So you know what? Let's just move on and talk about.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing that we at least talk about it and have some type of dialogue about it.
Yeah, and once again, condolences to anybody who was affected not only by this shooting, but by any shooting, because I do feel that none of it shouldn't be happening, period. And many people are affected by this, and I just want to send my condolences. And you know what, if you want to talk, if you want to start a dialogue, by all means, some people just need to be listened to.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. There are a lot of these people that I don't want to say bullied, but they feel outside. They're an outsider. They're a loner. They have no friends. And you're right. They just need to be heard.
And if anybody out there needs anybody to talk to, send us a comment, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to have a dialogue, conversation with you guys. But like how they say, if you see something, if you hear something, say something.
That too. People ignore signs, and you always hear people. Oh, he was like we say, he looks like that type, but nobody said anything.
Yeah. Nobody reached out. Maybe he.
But how do you know? And that's the thing. How do you even know?
You don't. You don't know.
That's the thing.
You don't know until it happens.
Unfortunately, you can say, oh, he's kind of weird or whatever, but that doesn't mean he's gonna go do this something like this. And yeah, but we both agree that mental health needs to be looked at.
Yeah, I think this goes way beyond the topic of rage quitting.
Yeah, not even close.
Because that's actually was the original topic of our podcast.
Right.
And after everything that had happened, I remember when I was younger, I would say I was guilty of rage quitting, but not to this extent.
No, of course not.
Throwing a controller, cursing somebody out, even wanting to fight somebody.
I've never thrown my controller.
Oh, come on.
I've never had, because the only reason...
That's a blatant lie right there.
It's not a lie, because I'll tell you why. And this goes back to the budget gaming. I can't just afford another controller.
You're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right.
It's like $50 for a controller. I can't afford it.
Well, back in the day, they weren't as expensive. We're talking...
Genesis was what, like $30?
Yeah, Genesis was $30.
It's still for a kid. That's I can't afford that. All I had was one controller. I didn't even have a second one.
No, I still have one. I still don't have two.
That's what I'm saying. So if I break that one, hello.
But that's how mad I got sometimes. That unwillingly, like subconsciously, that was the first reaction you went toward. You just threw the controller. And I've been a victim of it. I've learned to sort of quell that type of feeling over the years, because let's face it, now it's not needed. It's not worth all the lost energy. But rage quitting is definitely a thing. We all know that one person who takes rage quitting to the next level. I'm not going to mention any names.
I don't rage quit, but in Overwatch I do get very frustrated.
No. There's a difference when you rage quit and you say, "Oh my God, you're just having a bad day. You're having a bad session."
No, I get anxiety when things are going so bad in Overwatch.
Do you want to talk about it? I feel like I should be reaching out to you.
No, I haven't played lately.
But in your defense, from what I've played too, Overwatch is a very, very, very competitive game.
It is. It takes one person.
That's the thing. It always takes that one person to screw up everything. And remember, you're playing ranked matches, so you have more to lose.
Right.
So
I agree. There are some people that don't even give a crap about. Like they'll ruin it just because they don't even care. And those are the people
or they ruin it because they're just being trolls.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, no, I could definitely understand how you could just rage quit. Well, not rage quit, just rage in general. Playing Overwatch.
Yeah. What have you rage quit?
I'm trying the very last. Wait, okay, now recently, or what was my worst rage quit?
You can handle both.
Okay.
What was your last one?
The last one was, I would have to say, Battlefield 1, I think.
Okay.
That's
a good answer.
Oh, man, I was just having a bad session. My timing was off. My aim was off. Anything bad that could have happened.
Yeah, it was one of those days.
It was just one of those days, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I just shut the game off. Didn't even wait. Didn't even go to the menu and hit quit. I just hit the power button. I just turned it off. I just couldn't take it. Now, rewinding back to the days of Super Smash Brothers, the original Super Smash Brothers, on the N64, playing it with my friends, getting very intense with the matches. And of course, whenever you're playing couch co-op or any type of couch fighter, there's always going to be trash talking.
Yeah, especially in a fighter. Especially in a fighter.
But there's always that one person who took it too far to the point where they were just doing it just to see how far they can push you. And unfortunately, this person pushed me far enough to where I just completely lost it. I'm talking about I blacked out. I don't remember what the hell happened because it was just one of those type of rage quits.
Right.
I cursed.
You go ahead.
I cursed. I stomped. I think I might have thrown a tantrum.
How old were you?
Oh, I was... Wait, when did Smash Brothers come out? I must have been in my late teens, early 20s.
Okay.
But when you're in your 20s, that's a different type of tantrum.
I know.
You're
full of rage.
You're just full of rage. Yeah, exactly. You're full of rage, and all it takes is one thing just to set you off. Right? And it just so happens that I forgot exactly how it went.
I'm sure you're not the first person or the only person that rage quit in Smash, by the way.
Oh, no.
I'm sure.
That's a different type of rage quitting, especially in Smash. And then I think back on it. I kind of put my head down. I'm like, wow, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
It happens.
It does happen. That's the thing. But I mean, I haven't rage quit like that in years. But I will admit that I will go through these periods where I'm like, oh my God, like everybody goes through that period where you know for a fact you hit that person with a headshot because the crosshairs changed and it registered a hit, and you know that it's a headshot, and for some strange reason it did not register. Okay, and I think we experienced something similar in Battlefield 4. I don't know if you remember. It was the Shanghai map, and we were in a building, and me and you were right next to one another. We unloaded.
But Battlefield 4 was really, especially in the beginning, that game was really bad. The lag, and people blame lag, but that game did have really bad lag.
It did, but I remember it as clear as day. We both of us unloaded a clip into this dude. He turned around, looked at us.
Yeah.
He saw me. He saw me see him see me, and he killed both of us.
Again, that game had really bad lag.
And then you sit there and think to yourself, how can this happen? But then, like you said, the game was just buggy as hell. But even in a game that's not buggy, and those sort of things do happen, oh man, you feel the rage start.
Yeah, because it's not fair.
Yeah, it starts bubbling. I could feel my blood pressure rising. My muscles get tense. And I'm like, this is the reason why I stopped playing first-person shooters.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, I try not to get mad about that stuff.
What was your worst rage quit?
I've never rage quit. I don't rage quit. That's not. I get very mad. I do get frustrated. I get mad. But I don't think I've ever rage quit.
Not even get up and just turn off a game?
I'm sure I've done that. To me, that's not rage quitting. But if you want to say something like maybe Bloodborne.
But wait a minute. Bloodborne is Bloodborne. Like, you kind of have to know going into that you're just going to be frustrated from.
Hey, but you know how it is. You die the 100th time in the same enemy or the same boss. Eventually, you.
And the reason why I'm laughing is because I know exactly what you're talking about. Because
you know how it is. You just can't. How many times can you, forget this?
Especially during a boss fight, and you have that boss at a sliver of health. You're talking like a fingernail, and you get overjealous, and you get cocky, and you end up losing. All you needed to do was just spit on the boss, and you could have killed him. But no, you had to make a dumb move.
Yeah, you had to go for the extra hit.
You had to go for that extra swing, even though you know for a fact you didn't have stamina left. And you're like, no, I got this. And now you're dead. And you're mad. Trust me, it's happened to me. Especially with Bloodborne.
You always go for that. You get a little too arrogant, a little too cocky, a little too ballsy, and that's what happens.
But I honestly don't think... Yeah, of course, I've raged quit. But never to the point where, I want to shoot somebody. I'll shoot him in the game. I'll cause harm and damage in a video game, but not to... Yeah, I've wanted to fight somebody, but... Never shoot somebody. I don't know, that's just me.
No, I completely agree.
I'm trying to think, and like I said, I'm not trying to add humor to this, but how badly did he get beat that he just no, I'm killing this dude?
Sometimes laughter is the best medicine. So.
Because when I showed my wife the video, and they really don't show anything, but just the audio itself is kind of disturbing.
I never like to watch that stuff.
And my wife kind of looked at it, and she's like, how bad did he get beat that he would want to go back, get his gun, and just start shooting people? Because according to other reports too, he was targeting like multiple people, not only this one guy.
Again, the guys like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't like to watch videos like that because like I do get like disturbed, weirded out. There's one video. Again, at this point, I forgot which school shooting, and some kids were recording on their cell phones, and I don't know. It got me weird. I didn't like how it felt.
And I think a lot of people have difficulty with it because they just need to face it head on.
I guess. I mean, who knows what would happen if it actually happens to you or me or whatever. But stuff like, especially in the school, like, it's just no.
I mean, rage quitting is a thing. Rage quitting is real. Now, rage quitting has gone to another level. You know, now, for example, you're playing online, right? You're having the match of your life. You're on fire. Every shot is hitting. Every bullet is landing their shots. You can't be touched. Now, if somebody says, "Oh, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna kill you," now you really gotta be worried. You know, "Oh, I'm gonna find you."
Not yet. I don't think we're up to that point, but I know what you're saying. I know what you mean.
You know,
I don't think we're at that point yet, but
yeah, I can
know
go.
What you're saying.
I can go and say, yeah, come and find me. You know where to find me. And I'm like, shit. You really could find me. No,
yeah,
forget
you're
it.
right. I mean,
Forget I ever mentioned anything. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
When the technology is out, I guess you could. But if I'm in New Jersey and some douchebag in Montana,
that dude in Montana's on the next flight out. Look at you. You better be careful.
Again, we're not trying to make a light of this, but
no, and I'm not trying to make. I'm not trying to make a joke out of this, but it's just.
Yeah, but if you're not crying about it, you might as well laugh about it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my point.
But like how you said, these are the times we live in now.
Yeah.
Now we really have to really think about what we say and what we do, because a lot of people like to say, "Oh, freedom of speech, freedom of this, freedom of that." Yeah, you have freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom of consequence. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You know, your words, your actions, they have consequences. And now I'm going to be thinking twice about what I say to somebody on the road. Because another type of rage that I have is road rage. But then again, we live in Jersey. So that's kind of like, it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
You know, that's normal. But now you got to worry about what you say to somebody on the road. You don't know if they're packing. You don't know if today's going to be your day.
It doesn't. I don't even get it. Like, people get crazy. I've seen it in person. You've seen, and you can look on any YouTube or whatever. People get crazy. I don't know why people get so crazy when driving. That's something else. I just don't. Go ahead, fast me. Go right ahead. I don't even want to deal.
It's all right. Go ahead. You have the right of way.
Yeah, I don't even want to deal with it. Like, it's not even.
No, you're right. And you know what?
I just don't even want to deal with it. Just go.
You're doing the smart thing. You're just. You know what? Because
it's not even me being like smart. It's just me. I just don't want to deal with it. Just go, please. Get out of my face and go. I just don't want to deal with it. Sometimes I'll get mad, but like I'll troll them somehow, and like I'll put on my radio really loud or something, and they're talking crap. But I just don't want to deal with it. It's more of me. I just don't want to. People get crazy.
No, they do, and they get crazier by the day, crazier by the year. So yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
People think they're invincible in those cars, and you've seen the videos, I'm sure. People just get nuts.
Of course, people get nuts. People get crazy.
Well, that's why I don't even want to deal with it.
Absolutely crazy. But you know what? We've come to that point where I'm gonna start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
And as always, you can visit us on www.levelbasedgaming.com.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell. Follow us on Twitter, and also follow us on podbean.com.
And in keeping with the theme of this podcast, listen, if anybody wants to talk, if you see something that's going on, see something, hear something, say something, don't just let something pass, because maybe you can prevent something from happening. Maybe you can prevent something, another shooting or something like that. But something needs to change. Something should change. The narrative is just all too similar. Every month, every year, it's the same thing over and over. And Like I said before, we just need to learn to take care of one another, watch over one another, care for one another, love one another.
There's too much negativity
There's way too much negativity going around. You know, there's no need for the violence. There's no need. We could just talk things out. We're better than this, and I think that's the point that I'm trying to get. We're so much better than this. So with that being said, my name is Felipe Parada. The other guy is Oscar Portillo.
Wow.